Today we're diving into the latest Tesla news, including Tesla locking features behind a paywall, new Cybertruck UI leaks, launch numbers, Tesla's next growth wave, and more. So, let's get into it. Leading our updates today is the pivotal question surrounding Tesla's future manufacturing endeavors, often centered on the location of their next factory. This holds significant importance for Tesla, given that local sourcing plays a crucial role in cost efficiency. Presently, Giga Texas has been announced but is currently on hold. Reports are now indicating that Tesla is nearing the finalization of a billion-dollar deal to establish a factory in India. While Tesla's stance on this matter has oscillated, India is purportedly poised to reduce import tariffs for brands making substantial investments in the country. According to Bloomberg, India is on the verge of reaching an agreement with Tesla Inc. that would permit the U.S. automaker to transport its electric cars to the country from next year and establish a factory within 2 years, as per individuals familiar with the Indian government's stance. The proposed deal involves a $2 billion investment in a factory and a commitment to purchase $1.15 billion in parts from Indian suppliers. Additionally, Tesla is contemplating the establishment of a battery factory in India, a strategic move considering the imperative scaling up of batteries to power these vehicles in the long term. As customary, it's advisable to approach this information with caution until Tesla formally announces the development. But if realized, this could signify a substantial leap forward for Tesla's future prospects. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more Tesla news on Tesla Global. Back to the video. Moving on to the latest developments regarding the Cybertruck, we have a series of updates encompassing leaked user interface details, Tesla's launch quantity plans, the display of Cybertrucks at retail stores, and more. In the previous week, we highlighted Tesla's stance on potential legal action against new Cybertruck owners who opted to sell their vehicles within the first year of ownership. A notable addition to the standard motor vehicle purchase agreement included a specific clause addressing Cybertruck owners, with Tesla expressing its intent to pursue legal action, seeking $50,000 or more in damages if the profit from the resale exceeded this amount. It was noted that exceptions might be considered, but Tesla emphasized its first right of refusal in such scenarios. Now, in response to significant criticism, the section explicitly designated for the Cybertruck within the agreement has been removed. The agreement has largely reverted to its prior form, with the remaining clauses primarily directed at dealerships. The inclusion of the clause was likely motivated by the desire to deter scalpers, individuals who might impede the efficient delivery of vehicles to genuine customers. While this provision may have been more relevant for a high-demand, limited production vehicle like the initial releases of the Cybertruck, it might be less crucial as mass production ramps up. However, potential modifications or refinements to the agreement could still emerge just before order holders take delivery. Meanwhile, in the midst of these updates, another sighting of a Cybertruck has surfaced, featuring the unconventional sight of the vehicle carrying a Christmas tree, and notably a larger one than previously observed. Although not apparent in the photos, it appears that the tree isn't securely strapped down. Depending on how large this tree is, it does speak to the size of this bed, especially with the tailgate down. We also got a good look at the bed lighting on this truck. These light strips do a really great job making this truck look futuristic, and it truly doesn't look like any other truck on the market. It's also simply useful to see how bright these are ahead of this truck's release. Over at the beach, a Cybertruck was spotted driving and plowing through some water, showing that Tesla really is testing out all the major truck scenarios. Here it does a great job, as expected, but it truly would have been quite the scene if they did get stuck. As for production, we're still seeing plenty of dirty Cybertrucks outside Giga Texas, just 15 days from the delivery event. Some of these are definitely still testing, but it was pointed out that one of them has what looks like a standard inventory tag on the windshield. This one does still have some mud and dust all over it, though, so it very likely will not end up going to a customer. Tesla has begun displaying Cybertrucks at multiple retail locations around the country in anticipation of the first deliveries in a little over a week. Here is one on display at a Tesla store in San Diego at the UTC Mall, and a few people were able to get some great photos. Reportedly, this is VIN 1200 for this truck. Tesla has definitely been making and testing a ton of these. These are cool to see, but of course match all other prototypes. From there, it's normal Tesla controls, just in this cyber design. The seats are definitely perforated for cooling, and the front trunk is shallow but has the Cyberpunk Cybertruck logo inside of it. Here's a cool photo of the side with the mirrors and huge windshield wiper. The launch of this truck is finally approaching, and there have been various rumors as to how many Tesla will deliver or how they will go about it. Most customers are hoping that Tesla has already shipped Cybertrucks around the country to various service centers in order to deliver them in many locations all at once, and that they will announce everything about it on November 30th. However, the latest details say that Tesla will only be releasing 10 trucks on launch day. This comes from Javier Verdura, a Tesla director, who said they're going to deliver the first 10 Cybertrucks on November 30th. This falls in line with previous events like the Plaid delivery event, where they delivered 25 Plaids to customers and then waited a while to do more. Another event where they delivered first cars was the Cyber Rodeo. At that event, they delivered the first made-in-Texas 4,680 Model Ys and managed to deliver them quietly in an unannounced number to employees only without saying anything about the specs of that car. They said, "Made in Texas deliveries begin now," but in practice, basically just drove them across the stage. If you are new to the channel, subscribe for more Tesla news on Tesla Global. Back to the video. Because of this, I'm expecting a little bit of this type of launch with the Cybertruck. If they only deliver 10 on day one, it's likely a cool event, but we'll probably be missing a number of details. They'd better announce that range, though. Lastly, the interesting thing to consider with all of the Cybertruck hype is that many Tesla fans and viewers think that everyone is anticipating this truck, whether it be positive or negative. However, The Rock was just on Joe Rogan's podcast and truly had never seen this truck before. He also asked if Tesla has an SUV. Just a reminder that people are busy, Tesla fans can live in a bubble, and Tesla advertising could be useful even just for general awareness like this. Next up today, Tesla has always been at the forefront of pushing new technologies in cars, especially on the software side. They were one of the first to offer paid software upgrades. When this came on the side of features like an upgraded autopilot functionality in FSD, it made and continues to make sense. I still find those upgrades not to be worth the cost, especially since enhanced autopilot doesn't even actually deliver a number of its promised features since Tesla removed USS sensors. But that's besides the point. In the case of an autopilot upgrade, your car has an FSD computer and cameras that contribute to the normal safety features in the car, your backup and side cameras, and more. The main software upgrades offered at various times include SD upgrades and an acceleration boost. Again, this takes the existing motors in a Model Y and unlocks their full potential for $2,000. So this exists, but soon may be coming for more standard features. Features we're used to today may soon become a paid software upgrade in future iterations. According to Tesla hacker Green, who is known for uncovering upcoming features in Tesla's software, he has discovered that heated seats, including the front and heated wipers, could potentially be placed behind a paywall soon. This is back to what Tesla did in 2020, but adding in heated wipers as another software-locked feature. The wipers are heated, but soon only if you pay extra after taking delivery of your base Tesla. Many would definitely argue that a vehicle priced just under $40,000 should have heated seats included by default. I tend to agree, especially since the hardware is right there in the car, regardless. But it looks like they're paywalling this again for 2024 base models. This time, they appear to be locking both front and rear heated seats. I imagine you'll be able to pay to upgrade each as their own cost, or pay to upgrade them all as a bundle. Of course, this is only expected on the Model 3 and Y, as this would be pretty ridiculous on their flagship vehicles. We do need to keep in mind that this was leaked from Tesla's code. It might not actually be something they push, but considering they've done this in the past, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see this come in the near future. I know a lot of people would be disappointed if they did start charging for these features, which again comes standard on many other similarly priced cars. With that said, it is becoming more of a standard practice from other brands. BMW has plans to charge a monthly subscription for heated seats. Mercedes lets you unlock faster acceleration as a subscription. The difference there, though, to me, is that Tesla's paywall is at least a one-time purchase. You buy the car at its price and then pay for another software unlock to get its full potential. In a sense, you can price that in advance. A subscription to temporarily rent the privilege to use the seats in your car you bought top dollar for is a bit different, at least to me. What do you think, though? Does it make sense for Tesla to limit features for their most affordable cars by placing them behind paywalls, or should they just include these features by default? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next up today, Tesla has warned their investors that they're currently in between growth waves, which could potentially affect their guided 50% growth rate. In the last 10 years, Tesla has experienced some impressive growth. In that time, they've gone from a startup to a market dominator. They make the most popular vehicle in the world now and have a capacity to produce about 2 million new vehicles each year. Because of their success, they have a lot of credibility when it comes to their future growth predictions. That included a plan to grow at a pace of about 50% per year. At the end of the day, the main cost consideration for EVs is their batteries. When prices go up, as we saw in the last couple of years, car prices go up as a result. So, affordable EVs can only come with affordable batteries. According to Goldman Sachs, research now expects battery prices to fall to $99 per kilowatt-hour of storage capacity by 2025, a 40% decrease from 2022. The previous forecast was for a 33% decline. Our analysts estimate that almost half of the decline will come from declining prices of EV raw materials, such as lithium, nickel, and cobalt. Battery pack prices are now expected to fall by an average of 11% per year from 2023 to 2030. They charted their price forecasts coming up and expect a big fall to come next year. One thing worth noting is that they are looking at the pack level rather than the cell level, which leaves quite a bit of variation between brands. All in all, this is great news and should be exciting for the next few years of EVs. Shifting focus to updates from other automakers, Volkswagen, VW, has asserted its commitment to the US market, dispelling any notions of scaling back. The company aims to introduce an electric vehicle, EV, priced under $35,000, positioning it as a competitor to Tesla. This announcement was made during the Reuters event's Mobile Automotive USA 2023 conference, with plans for the EV's release within the next 3 to 4 years. Notably, VW plans to locally source the vehicle's battery pack, ensuring eligibility for the $7,500 US tax incentive. However, amidst these aspirations, VW has encountered a setback as EV production at their German plant has been temporarily halted due to a shortage of electric motors. This pause follows a production halt in Dresden back in September, a move likely aimed at cost reduction. The production interruption is expected to impact models such as the Audi Q4 e-tron, ID4, and ID5, but not the ID3 or Born. Despite a 45% increase in deliveries during the first 9 months of the year, VW faces challenges from rising interest rates and Tesla's price reductions. European new orders have experienced a notable 50% decline from the previous year. The hope is that this downturn is temporary and won't hinder VW's plans for the forthcoming affordable EV. If you enjoyed today's video on Tesla Global, leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future.